Indians. How did you get America?
No, I'm not American.
Okay, no, but your people, the English, so-called Europeans,
not the British.
So-called.
No, not the British.
I said so-called.
Not the British.
I said so-called.
No.
I said so-called.
What about the British? You've all said that.
That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
You shall bring me down to the ground.
You're all full of it, mate.
How you took America was you killed the North American Indians.
You've all just said
100 million of them died, mate.
You're British, but you're not
Well,
British.
because God told us to come out here and preach. Proverbs 121. Proverbs, you know where it's at about going. Proverbs 121. Right quick, brothers. Right quick. Got it yet?
Oh, it's 11 minutes.
Someone got the scripture yet, please?
Yeah.
Well, you get to put it on YouTube. No customer.
Don't worry about where it's going, man.
Proverbs 1 and 21.
Don't worry about where it's going, man.
Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
Right, wisdom cries without. It utters her voice in the streets.
Because all these people that do all that stuff you're on about are British. Now you've all told me.
Preach like that.
No, yeah.
Preach like that.
Wait. You've all told me you're British. So what are you?
Mate,
You know what I mean?
you know, what does the word Britain mean?
Don't even know
You
what
tell me.
It means, first of all, the
It
word
means
Britain
anyone
means,
that can come in the country and
Britain
get a
means covenant.
passport is British.
and the
Right?
there was,
What's your mum and dad called?
yeah, the word.
Well, their mum and dad called it.
No, they're not British.
But you're, mate, you so-called European, you were born in England.
I'm not European, mate.
Your ancestors go back to the Caucasus Mountains. Didn't you know? Did you know that? Go on, read. And you know, because of the trust, did you go into slavery? Read.
Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of the concourse.
That's why we're out in the streets. Because the Lord told us to come out and expose these devils. Go back to them.
That's right.
Go on.
I'm married to a baby.
Isaiah 58 and 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And shoot.
Obadiah said.
Right? Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Good. Right. Read that again. When you guys went up to outer space, that's when you set the nest up among the stars. You had the race between Russia and America to get their satellites up there quick, and America faked the moon landing just so they could say they got up there first. But that's the beginning of when you went down, man.
And they're telling me they're
read that part again.
And then they're slagging.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
How do you exalt yourself as the eagle? The Romans had the symbol of the eagle. The Germans had the symbol of the eagle. God damn near a lot of nations in Europe had it, man.
Superior,
for that?
Mate,
because that shows you that you go back to the Roman Empire, man.
They call that a superior race, and then what they did then, they went off. Wait, and then they went off to other countries, third world countries, enlightened them, fed them, encouraged them.
Enlightened them, taking their gold, taking their silver. Mate, first of all, do you know how third world countries come about, mate?
What silver have you got?
Do you know how, mate, there's gold and silver all throughout.
What have you got?
Well, the Rothschilds have got it now, mate. You've got stone.
Over here and you
know that's the benefit. The house of the treasures of wicked, wickedness in the house of the wicked. Get me Exodus 21 and 15.
Job 20 and 15. Right. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again.
Why you have swallowed down riches? Mate, the only reason why you've got banks in this country, the HSBC, Santander, which the HSBC,
it's so that we can pay
the actual acronym for that, it was set up by a so-called
benefits. Do you work?
Yeah, I do, mate.
What do you do?
It's none of your business. You have to know these questions. It's going to be business, man.
You're not supposed to swear, you're supposed to be
again, man. Read that again.
Job 20 and 15. Right. He have swallowed down riches.
Why you have swallowed down riches? There wouldn't be no banks if it wasn't for the slave labour, man. Okay, Liverpool was supplying the ships that was going to the west coast of Africa. Okay, to grab the slaves, to make them work in the Americas, and then 70% of the cotton that the so-called white British were wearing, okay, that was coming from the slave trade. That's how your economy boosted. The British Museum was founded by the money from the slave trade, mate.
Bullshit.
No, it's not. It's facts. It's facts, mate. If you go to Cambridge and you look up some slave books, you go into uni there, it's going to say what I've just said, mate. I didn't make it up. Go in your so-called unis and your so-called... It's even... Them unis, by the way, a lot of them were built by Jakes.
You can come here, you can preach all you want. No, mate, what do you know about my history?
You're a Roman, you're an Edomite, you're a Greek.
We're talking about my
your history goes back to Alexander the Greek. You ever heard of him? Go on, read.
Go back along that.
Micah 6 and 10. Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked?
Are yet there the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked? Where the treasures are at right now? Who's got all the gold? Who owns the silver? I'll tell you,
we've
the
got it.
international bankers. Well, you ain't got it.
We got it.
Well, you ain't got it. No, you ain't.
Look at my wallet.
No, man, you ain't sitting up there with the Rothschilds, mate.
I've got it.
Well, you're going to get the shit.
Well, if you got it, there's a judgment for you. Read that again.
Micah 6 and 10.
Right.
Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked?
Right there, the treasures of wickedness is in the house of the wicked. So that means whoever's got all the wealth right now is wicked. Job 9:24. We're going to show you something here, man. This is the Bible condemning you. The Bible condemned the Egyptians, it condemned the Greeks and the Romans, and now it's condemning you.
Oh, and
Job 9 and 24.
Job 9:24, read.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who's ruling the earth right now, man? The so-called Europeans. As I said, you went down there to Peru, you went to Brazil, you colonized
Done
people.
all that, mate.
Okay, you killed them.
British,
You humped them.
we have not painted you, have we?
Well, you said the British did that.
Well, you painted over our
Yeah,
images.
but you said you're... Oh, wait,
Mate, let me
you
show you.
said
I've got a problem, man.
you're all... Yeah,
The Oxford Illustrated History of Medieval Europe.
but you've
Now
all
let's
said...
let's open the book and take a look
You've
at
all
the
said
people
you're
in the book.
British.
That's on red now. You better put that back.
Yeah, it's out of date. All right, take it back. But you've all said you're all British. So, like, you know, what are you?
Oh, Jesus. Look at this.
I want to see that.
But what colour are these guys here?
These guys here are white. Look.
Yeah, but one colour.
That's Greek art. That's Greek art, mate. That's Renaissance
They're
art.
all white.
That's Renaissance art, mate.
But they're all white, mate.
Okay, that's Renaissance art. It's called iconoclasm. Have you ever heard of the Renaissance period?
Yeah.
So what happened in the Renaissance?
I'm not going to tell you. I want you to tell me.
No, I'll tell you, gentlemen. I'll bestow that knowledge upon you, gentlemen.
You just told me.
No, gentlemen, I'll bestow it.
Right.
Look here, I'll read it again. Look. The Oxford Illustrated History of Medieval Europe. I'm opening the page. All I can see there is black men.
Yeah.
I can't see European men, so-called European men. I can see black men.
It's a Cambridge book, mate.
Mate,
Oxford book.
it's our book.
Scholars.
Oxford, actually.
Our own scholars came up with this, mate.
Mate, we didn't make this book, mate.
Yeah.
This is what you look, mate.
Oxford University Press, 1988.
Mate, you're not
I didn't make this book,
that
mate.
bad. You're supposed to
Let's say
be
1980.
I know you've got a little bit of nice hatred in you.
Mate, we ruled Europe from the 325 AD to the 1400s.
What happened?
What happened in the Renaissance period? Okay, you had Caesar Borgia and the Renaissance
But
families.
why have you not...
Horns on him because no, that ain't Jesus. That's Caesar Borgia. Okay, when the Renaissance period happened, you had so-called Europeans that came out the caves that went all throughout Europe and destroyed our black icons that we had all throughout Europe, man. We were the original French, we were the original British. The word Britain means
I'm not British. Don't keep telling me I'm British.
sons.
Yeah, Louis the 13th. Louis the 13th was a nigger, man.
Fine. Let me see the title of the book. Illustrated
How
History
about
of
Charles
Medieval.
II?
That's right, bro.
Black
Oh yeah, Black Boy, Charles II. Let's talk about Charles II. Now there's a statue of Charles II in Lichfield. Now when you check out the statue, man, you would think that he went to damn Africa because of that statue. It's straight out.
Come on, man.
Charles II was nicknamed Black Boy.
I'll be back. I've got two lads around here who come and have a word.
Oh yeah, bring them. You're gonna get schooled, man.
Who's the author?
The author is George Holmes. Edited by George Holmes. So
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
right, when the Bible says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, it's telling you about the rulership of the earth. The ruler, everyone knows right now, who's sitting up there in Parliament today, the so-called Europeans, who took the land of the North American Indians, who's in Australia today sitting up as the figureheads, the so-called Europeans, these corrupt governments, man. Read.
Micah 6 and 11.
I want to point back on the Job 9:24. The judges.
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Covers the faces of the judges. It's called iconoclasm, and I'll show you an example of that in this book, in this very book. Now look at this image. You can clearly see in this image it's related to dark-skinned people, right? And this is another king of Europe. And look what they've done to him, man. They've painted over the image. You can see his neck, it was dark. His hands, look at his face. He's got a patch of dark in his face, a dark brown in his face. Because they don't want you to know that you were the kings of this planet Earth, man. King David, King Solomon. We bring it out every week. Solomon said in the Song of Solomon 1 and 5, he said he was a black man. He got a precept going.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48.
Right.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
That's what they did. When you go back to the Greek and Roman Empire, they had their Greek statues, Serapis Cryptus, and their different gods, Themis. Okay, they had Borgeries and all that stuff. Jupiter, Zeus. Now what have they done today? The same thing. When you look at the art, the Renaissance art, you got the angels naked. That's witchcraft.